Hello, my gorgeous friends. Welcome back to Seniors Elegance Unscripted. If you're new here, this is where we celebrate timeless style with a modern twist. Now, can I tell you something exciting? The fashion gods are smiling on us because so many of the bags we adored back in the day are making the most stunning comeback. I'm talking clasp purses, structured top handles, and yes, even those logo bags we used to carry. And here's the best part, these aren't dusty museum pieces, designers are reimagining them for 2025, and they're absolutely chef's kiss. So grab your coffee, get comfy, and let's talk about 10 vintage-inspired beauties that are back and better than ever. And I want to hear from you in the comments, which one are you dying to get your hands on? Bag 1, the clasp purse. First up, darlings, the clasp purse. You know, the one, that elegant frame bag with the satisfying click when you close it? This isn't just back, honey, it's back. Calvin Klein, Jacquemus, Staud, and Kite all sent versions down the runway this year. Fashion editors are calling it one of the most influential bag styles of the century because it keeps cycling back every few decades. And can we talk about why? That clasp gives you security and elegance. Remember that satisfying feeling of snapping it shut. Pure vintage charm. Why it works for us: it's structured, sophisticated, and forces you to carry only what you need. No more digging through a bottomless pit. Now let me give you 3 styling tips for the clasp purse. First, the power polish look. Pair it with tailored trousers and a silk blouse. The clasp purse is inherently elegant, so when you combine it with clean, structured pieces, you create this effortlessly sophisticated vibe that says, "I have my life together." This is perfect for lunch dates, gallery openings, or any time you want to look polished without trying too hard. Second, the elevated casual. Take it out with your favorite jeans, a crisp white tee, and a blazer. Here's why this works. The clasp purse automatically elevates even the most basic outfit. It adds that finishing touch that transforms running errands into "I just happen to look chic while running errands." The structure of the bag balances the relaxed nature of denim beautifully. And third, the vintage glamour approach. Wear it with a midi dress, or skirt, and kitten heels. The clasp purse has that retro DNA, so leaning into it creates a cohesive, intentional look. Think 50s elegance meeting modern confidence. Add a silk scarf tied at your neck or in your hair, and you've got a look that photographs beautifully and feels special. Drop a in the comments if you still have your mother's or grandmother's clasp purse. Bag 2, the bucket bag. Number 2, the bucket bag. This drawstring beauty has been coming in and out of style since the 80s, and it's firmly in for what we love. That cinched top gives you security while the roomy interior gives you space. Best of both worlds. Vintage connection. Originally inspired by utility bags, the bucket has been elevated by fashion houses over the decades. Now it's having another moment. Why it works for us: it's easy to get in and out of. No complicated zippers, it holds its shape, and it looks equally good dressed up or down. Here are 3 ways to style the bucket bag. First, the hands-free chic. Wear it crossbody with dark jeans, a button-down shirt, and loafers or ankle boots. The bucket bag's drawstring top means you can cinch it securely, making it perfect for crossbody wear. It won't gape open or spill your belongings. The cylindrical shape sits nicely at your hip without adding bulk, and having your hands free is liberating. This is your go-to for shopping days, museum visits, or anytime you're out and about and want to be comfortable yet polished. Second, the elevated bohemian look. Pair it with a midi skirt, a tucked-in blouse or sweater, and heeled boots or mules. The bucket bag has this interesting duality. It's casual in spirit, but can look quite refined depending on the material. When you pair it with feminine pieces like a flowing skirt, it grounds the look and adds a modern edge. The contrast between the bag's utility-inspired shape and romantic clothing creates an effortlessly chic vibe that's very current. And third, the monochrome modern approach. Style it with a tonal outfit in one color family, say all shades of camel or cream, or gray. Choose a bucket bag in a complementary or matching tone. This creates a sophisticated, editorial look where the bag's interesting shape becomes more prominent, because color isn't competing for attention. The cylindrical silhouette is quite sculptural, and monochrome styling lets that shape shine. This works beautifully for everything from casual coffee dates to more dressed-up occasions, depending on your fabric choices and shoe selection. Which of these 10 bags spoke to your soul? Drop the number in the comments. Bag 3, the Fendi Baguette. Okay, number 3 is iconic, with a capital I, the Fendi Baguette. If you watched Sex and the City back in the day, you know this bag. It's the bag that defined Y2K fashion, and it's absolutely defining the Y2K comeback right now. Little history moment. Designed in 1997, it was meant to be tucked under your arm like a French baguette, hence the name. Genius, right? Why it's back. The whole Y2K era is having a renaissance, and the baguette is leading the charge. But here's what I love. Fendi keeps releasing new versions, so you can get that vintage vibe with modern updates. The original was tiny like phone, lipstick and keys tiny. Today's versions often come slightly larger, which is much more practical for those of us who like to carry, actual things. Let me share 3 ways to style the baguette. First, the classic carry. Tuck it under your arm with a slip dress and strappy heels. This is the original way it was meant to be worn, and honestly, it still works beautifully. The underarm carry keeps your hands free while the bag sits sleek against your body. It's perfect for dinners out or cocktail events where you want to feel polished and unencumbered. Second, the crossbody casual. Attach a longer strap and wear it crossbody with straight-leg jeans and a fitted blazer. Here's what's genius about this. The baguette's compact size means it doesn't overwhelm your frame when worn crossbody. It sits at your hip, adding a pop of style without getting in your way. This is your daytime shopping or coffee with friends look. Comfortable but still incredibly chic. And third, the color pop approach. Use your baguette as your statement piece by choosing a bold color or pattern, then keep everything else neutral. Because the bag is small, even a vibrant color won't overwhelm you. Instead, it becomes this perfect focal point that draws the eye and adds personality. Think all black outfit with a red baguette, or beige tones with an animal print version. The small size means you can be bold without feeling costumey. Were you a baguette girl back in the day, or were you loyal to another bag? Spill the tea below. Bag 4, the Paddington Clolet. Number 4 brings us to the Clolet Paddington bag. This bag is pure early 2000s boho luxury, and it's been reissued for fall 2025. What makes it unmistakable? That oversized padlock with the dangling key. This bag was everywhere in 2005. Celebrities couldn't get enough of it. That slouchy leather, that statement hardware, it screamed effortlessly cool. What's new? The 2025 version keeps that gorgeous leather patina and slouchy shape, but Clolet's adding modern touches like faux fur key rings and quirky charms. Why it works for us? It's soft, unstructured, and incredibly easy to carry. Plus, that padlock isn't just decorative, it's functional and makes a statement. Here are 3 ways to style the Paddington. First, the boho romance. Pair it with a flowing maxi or midi dress, a suede jacket, and ankle boots. The Paddington was born in the Bohemian era, so this styling honors its roots. The slouchy leather of the bag complements the fluid movement of a dress, while that statement padlock adds an edge that keeps the look from being too soft. Think Sunday farmers market or outdoor concerts. Effortless but intentional. Second, the edgy sophisticate. Wear it with tailored trousers, a silk camisole, and a leather jacket. Here's the magic. The Paddington's hardware gives it an edge, but the slouchy leather keeps it soft. When you pair it with structured pieces like tailored pants, you get this perfect balance of tough and refined. The bag's personality shines while grounding a more polished outfit. Perfect for dinner dates or evening events where you want to look sophisticated but not stuffy. And third, the autumn layers look. Style it with a chunky knit sweater, dark jeans and tall boots. The Paddington's soft, pliable leather nestles beautifully against cozy fabrics. There's something very tactile about this combination. Everything feels touchable and lived in. The oversized padlock becomes a focal point against the softness of knitwear, adding visual interest without needing additional jewelry. This is your quintessential autumn outfit that looks expensive but feels comfortable. Emoji check if you love statement hardware on bags. Tat if you prefer minimal details. Bag 5, the top handle structured bag. Coming in at number 5, the classic structured top handle bag. This is the bag your mother told you every woman should own. And you know what? She was right. These are everywhere for 2025. Think of the classic shapes from the 50s and 60s, with that perfect posture and short top handle. Remember Grace Kelly with her Hermes, Jackie Kennedy with her structured bags? That's the energy we're channeling. Why it's timeless. A structured top handle bag never goes out of style. It's investment dressing at its finest. Modern update: today's versions come in a rainbow of colors and materials. You're not limited to black and brown anymore. Let me give you 3 ways to style this classic. First, the power player. Carry it in the crook of your arm with a tailored suit or sheath dress. And classic pumps. This is your important meeting or fancy dinner look. The top handle bag held this way has incredible posture. It literally makes you stand taller and walk with more confidence. The bag becomes an extension of your poise, signaling that you're someone who means business. This works beautifully for job interviews, board meetings, or any situation where first impressions matter. Second, the polished weekend. Pair it with a cashmere sweater set, cropped trousers and loafers or ballet flat. Here's the key. The structured bag elevates weekend wear without making you look overdressed. It says, I'm off duty but I still care about presentation. This is perfect for brunch, shopping in upscale areas, or lunch with friends where you want to look pulled together but not formal. And third, the occasion dressing approach. Style it with a cocktail dress, or elegant separates for weddings, theater, or evening events. Choose a bag in a luxe material, patent leather, silk, or one with subtle embellishment. The beauty of a top handle bag for special occasions is that it's substantial enough to hold your essentials but elegant enough not to detract from your outfit. It becomes part of the total look rather than an afterthought. What color would you choose for your perfect top handle bag? Classic black, or are you feeling adventurous? Bag 6, the shoulder bag with logo. Number 6 might surprise you. Loud logos are back. I know. We spent years being told quiet luxury was the way. But 2025 is saying, actually, if you've got it, show it. Those monogrammed bags, the initial purses of the early 2000s, they're having a major resurgence. We're talking Louis Vuitton monogram, Gucci double G, Dior oblique, all of it. And you know what? There's something joyful about not hiding your designer bag. If you saved up for it, worked hard for it, or inherited it, wear it with pride. Why it works. Logo bags are instant conversation starters. Plus, they're often crafted with such quality that they truly last decades. Here are 3 ways to style a logo bag. First, the quiet confidence look. Let the bag be your statement piece by keeping the rest of your outfit simple and monochromatic. Think all black, all navy, or all cream from head to toe, then let that monogram bag pop. This styling strategy is brilliant because it shows restraint. You're not trying to compete with the bag. The logo gets to shine, and you look incredibly put together. This works for everything from casual days to dressier occasions. Second, the tonal harmony approach. Match your bag to a color already in your outfit, but keep patterns minimal. For example, if you have a Louis Vuitton monogram bag with brown tones, wear camel or chocolate pieces. This creates a cohesive look where the logo feels intentional rather than flashy. You're acknowledging the bag's presence without making it scream for attention. Perfect for lunches, shopping, or daytime events. And third, the denim and designer combo. Pair your logo bag with high-quality denim, a white button-down, and refined accessories like a silk scarf or elegant watch. This is the modern way to wear designer logos, mixing luxury with accessible pieces. The contrast between casual denim and a luxury bag creates an effortless chicness that says I'm comfortable in my own skin. This is your everyday running around look that still feels special. Honest question. Do you prefer subtle elegance or do you love showing off your designer pieces? No judgment here. This is a safe space. Bag 7, the hobo bag. Number 7 is for my comfort first ladies, the slouchy hobo bag. This bag is like a warm hug. It's soft, unstructured, and drapes beautifully on your shoulder. Very 70s, very chic. The hobo has been quietly coming back, and for good reason. After years of stiff structured bags, there's something so appealing about a bag that moves with you. Why we need it. It's lightweight, roomy, and so easy to wear. Perfect for those days when you're out and about and need to carry a bit more. What to look for? Quality leather or suede that gets better with age. The more worn in, the better it looks. Let me share 3 ways to style the hobo bag. First, the weekend warrior. Pair it with your favorite jeans, a cozy sweater, and ankle boots. This is the hobo bag's natural habitat, casual, comfortable, and effortlessly cool. The slouchy nature of the bag matches the relaxed vibe of weekend wear perfectly. It drapes over your shoulder without adding bulk, making it ideal for farmers markets, casual brunches, or running errands. The bag says I'm approachable and easygoing. Second, the boho luxe approach. Style it with a flowing midi skirt, a tucked-in tee or blouse, and sandals or booties. Add layered necklaces or a wide-brimmed hat. The hobo bag has that 70s spirit, so leaning into bohemian elements creates a cohesive, artistic look. The soft, unstructured bag complements flowing fabrics beautifully. There's no rigid structure fighting against fluid movement. This works wonderfully for outdoor events, art shows, or travel days. And third, the elevated athleisure look. Wear it with elevated basics, a cashmere hoodie, sleek joggers or leggings, and designer sneakers. Here's why this works. The hobo bag's soft leather adds a luxury element to athletic-inspired pieces. It elevates athleisure from gym to street style. The bag's casualness matches the comfort of the outfit, but the quality leather signals that you care about the details. Perfect for travel days, casual meetings, or active days when you need comfort without sacrificing style. Are you team structured or team slouch? Drop an S for slouchy or a T for structured. Bag 8, the East-West bag. Number 8, the East-West bag. Now if you're wondering what on earth that means, it's a bag that's wider than it is tall, horizontal, not vertical, very sleek, very modern, and very vintage all at once. This shape was huge in the 90s and early 2000s, and it's making waves for spring 2025. Why it's practical: that horizontal shape sits beautifully under your arm or across your body. It's streamlined without being too small. Modern twist: contemporary versions often come with adjustable straps, so you can wear them multiple ways: shoulder, crossbody, or even as a clutch. Here are 3 ways to style the East-West bag. First, the sleek minimalist. Pair it with tailored pieces in a monochromatic palette. Think black trousers, a black turtleneck, and streamlined ankle boots. The East-West bag's horizontal line is inherently modern and clean, so it loves minimalist styling. The bag sits flush against your body without adding volume, creating a sleek silhouette that's very sophisticated. This is your art gallery opening, or minimalist chic everyday look. Second, the crossbody casual. Wear it across your body with straight leg or wide leg jeans, a simple tee, and a blazer. The horizontal orientation sits perfectly at your hip when worn crossbody, and because it's wider than it is tall, it doesn't swing awkwardly. This hands-free styling is incredibly practical for shopping, travel, or busy days when you need your arms free. The streamlined shape keeps it from looking bulky even when worn casually. And third, the evening elegance approach. Carry it as a clutch. Many East-West bags can remove the strap with a shift dress or jumpsuit. The elongated horizontal shape is incredibly flattering. When held as a clutch, it creates a horizontal line that's visually slimming and modern. Unlike a square clutch, the East-West proportions feel contemporary and interesting, perfect for dinners, cocktail parties, or theater nights when you want something more refined than a shoulder bag, but more substantial than a tiny clutch. Have you noticed how bag shapes go in cycles? What shape are you most drawn to right now? Bag 9, the woven netted bag. Number 9 takes us in a fun direction: woven and netted bags. Now technically these are trending for spring, but hear me out, these have major vintage roots. Think 60s and 70s beach culture. Jane Birkin, with her basket bag in Saint-Tropez. What's happening? Designers are reimagining these casual artisanal bags, with luxury materials and structural elements. Why it's special? There's something so refreshing about visible texture and craftsmanship. You can see the work that went into it. Word of caution: these aren't great for heavy items, but they're perfect for a light sweater, your wallet, phone, and sunglasses. Let me give you 3 ways to style woven bags. First, the Mediterranean escape. Pair it with a linen dress or wide-leg linen trousers, a simple tank or tee, and flat sandals. The woven bag is summer personified, and linen shares that same natural, breathable, effortless quality. Both materials have beautiful texture and get better with a little wear. This styling channels European summer elegance. Think strolling through coastal towns or outdoor lunches. The natural materials work together to create a cohesive, vacation-ready look. Second, the city meets beach approach. Style it with white jeans, a striped tee very friendly, and espadrilles or white sneakers. Here's the genius. The woven bag adds an unexpected element to classic casual pieces. It softens the look and adds personality without trying too hard. The contrast between structured denim and artisanal weaving creates visual interest. This works beautifully for summer days in the city, outdoor markets, or casual weekend plans. And third, the unexpected evening look. Pair a structured woven bag with a simple slip dress and heeled sandals for warm weather evening events. Not all woven bags are casual. Many contemporary versions have architectural shapes and refined finishes. When styled with something sleek and simple, a woven bag becomes an artful statement piece. It shows confidence and a willingness to break traditional rules. Perfect for summer dinners, garden parties, or anywhere you want to feel fresh and original. Do you have any vintage woven bags in your closet? I bet some of you do. Bag 10, the bowling bag. Finally, number 10, the bowling bag silhouette. Now this one's having a major moment. Miu Miu, Bally, and Stella McCartney are all championing this rounded, structured shape with top handles. Remember when we used to carry these in the 50s and 60s? They were the ladylike accessory. Well, they're back, but with modern materials and fun detailing. Why we love it. That curved dome shape is incredibly flattering. It's roomy without being bulky. And those double handles, so much easier on the shoulder than those tiny chain straps. What's new? Today's versions come in unexpected materials. Think nylon, canvas, even vegan leather alongside classic cowhide. Now 3 ways to style the bowling bag. First, the ladylike lunch. Pair it with a full A-line skirt that hits just below the knee and a fitted sweater or blouse. The bowling bag's rounded shape echoes the femininity of a full skirt, creating this gorgeous visual harmony. Add a pair of classic pumps, and you've captured that timeless 50s elegance. This is your special occasion brunch or afternoon tea look. Second, the modern proportions play. Wear it with wide-leg trousers and a tucked-in turtleneck. Here's the styling secret. The bowling bag's structured dome shape provides a beautiful contrast to the flowing lines of wide-leg pants. The proportions balance each other. The bag keeps the look from feeling too loose or shapeless. This works brilliantly for casual Fridays or museum visits. And third, the textural story. Style it with a textured coat. Think boucle, tweed, or wool over a simple dress. The smooth, rounded surface of the bowling bag becomes a grounding element when you're wearing heavily textured fabrics. It creates visual interest without competing. Think of it as your anchor piece that lets your coat be the star while still adding sophistication. Tell me in the comments, are you team structured bags or team slouchy? I'm curious. So there you have it, friends. 10 vintage-inspired handbags that are proving that true style never really goes out of fashion. It just takes a little nap and comes back refreshed. You know what I love about this? We're not chasing you. We're celebrating the fact that we lived through these trends the first time, and now we get to enjoy them again with the wisdom and confidence that comes with age. How fabulous is that? Now before you go, I have homework for you. First, check your closet. You might already own one of these. Vintage pieces from your collection might be worth pulling out again. Second, tell me in the comments, which bag are you most excited about? Or is there a vintage style I missed that you think deserves a comeback? And if you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Seniors Elegance Unscripted for more style inspiration that celebrates us. Remember, darlings, style isn't about age, it's about attitude, and you've got it in spades. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay elegant, stay fabulous, and most importantly, stay unscripted. Bye for